Hey you guys, I'm going to do a reading for all Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. I was going to record this and upload it, but I do better when I go live, get them posted. So here we are, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What messages do you have? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, messages for our Aries at this time. So Aries, you come out as the Queen of Wands reversed. So this is a very harsh energy because Aries, I just feel as if you're being a little difficult. I think you're just being a wee bit difficult. Some of you may be a little jealous of your person. Okay, we have a couple here. We have us, a married couple. We have the King of Wands with the Queen of Wands. So I think your person in this union, okay, in this union here, and I'm just going to hold the cards up. In this union, you know, your person is looking at you and, you know, they see that you're really unreasonable, you're really difficult, you're hard to reach. It's like you get jealous, then you don't care. And I mean, just all these emotions across the whole spectrum. So I feel as if your person is needing to do a lot of, taking care of a lot of the kids while you're off on, you know, having a rant, a tantrum or whatever. But anyway, you just need to know that your person sees you as being very difficult, okay? I guess that's the point here. All right, so let's keep going. So I feel as if that needs to get taken care of. You know, the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands. See, somebody wants to be free. Somebody doesn't want this connection. You know, and this could be why there's this energy. Maybe you feel like you want a little bit more freedom. Maybe the kids are too much for you, you know, and you don't have time to do anything. Why? Because you have to take care of the kids, and then you're tired, and then you're not sleeping, and then, you know, you look like crap, and you want to get a haircut, and you can't. You want to do your nails, you can't. You know, what's the point? Because, you know, they beat up, you know, and I just feel as if you, Aries, want a little bit more freedom. You want a little bit more freedom to do what it is that you want to do to make things work. So, that's for someone out there. Here we got a couple people in the house. Hi, you guys. All right, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Aries, we're reading for Aries at this time. Any other messages for our Aries? Do we have a different Aries message? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Aries. Oh, we got a couple things coming out. So we have the Ten of Wands with the Moon card. Now, this Moon card, I love it because these two people, it's like they're all intertwined and tied up. And, you know, the relationship that you have, I mean, I feel like it got tangled and it got really heavy. You know, like the connections and everything, because there's a disconnect. Somebody's carrying all the weight, you know, and they're not happy, and the other one's having to take care of everything. I mean, I just feel as if it's a real tangled web. So it's time to let go of some of the weight, some of the burden, you know, some of these strings that are holding you back. Now, these strings can be debt, reasons why you can't make moves, why you can't change. You know, you want to move, but you want to stay close to the family, but your heart wants to live somewhere else. I feel like, you know, all these strings that are holding you back, you know, they're keeping you from being happy. And this is why you're coming off so miserable, and why your person's looking at you like, oh my God, because there's so much that weighs on you guys. So much. So you have to really think, is this worth it? Whatever it is that you're up to. Because maybe, you know, the two of you decide you're going to build a house rather than just buy a house. You know, like you can buy a house and fix it up. But no, we're going to build a house from the ground up. And so now we have to go through all the things. So I feel as if somebody made life really difficult and hard, to the point where now everybody's tired, grumpy, and exhausted, and you just don't see how it's going to pan out in the end with this Three of Wands reversed. So I think it's time to mend some of the pain, because in this cycle where you're blowing up and at each other, and you're feeling like you're being just difficult, and it could be vice versa, I feel as if it's time to quit hurting each other. You know, quit hurting each other and start working to fix the situation, and really look at your future with this person. Because what it is that you've been doing, I mean, you've been so tangled and intertwined in the situation, and it's just been so heavy, and it's just like tiring. It's exhausting, whatever it is you guys are up to. So there's 2 moons here. So maybe in a couple months, you will start to, make some different decisions as far as what to do. I mean, you're running out of time. I think you're running out of money. You're running out of resources. And I mean, all of these pressures of life are really eating up at you. So this is why you're wanting that space. You want a little bit of distance. I mean, there's some, you might be dealing with somebody too that emotionally, the relationship, I get the sense it's really toxic, because it's almost as if you were looking outside of yourselves to find happiness. So now it's a matter of trying to see how you're going to rebuild, because this relationship's been in trouble. Sitting here with the Judgment card. I mean, I just feel as if, you have got to really kind of look at what is it that you really want, because the fighting's got to stop. The anger's got to stop. There's a lot of anger. I do pick up a lot of anger, Aries. And here we are with this King of Swords. And there could be a lot of anger between one person, and one person is very, tries to smooth things over, while the other one, and I'm getting into the Aries, is on fire. So someone's always trying to put the fire out, so that you won't be mad. But, I mean, you're dealing with some real difficult energies here. This King of Swords reverse energies, that's a real difficult energy, because there's a lot of power and force behind whatever emotion it is, whether it's demanding, whether it's anger, whether it's expectations of you. And it might be just too much. So I feel like there's this real need to get some healing on this situation, Aries. Anyway, that was pretty intense. But again, I mean, you're really after this freedom. I mean, Aries, look, you come out here wanting a brand new start. So I think it's at that time where you may not want to hear what it is that needs to be done, but you guys keep hurting each other, by whatever this project is, or it's just like, it's not helping you guys. That's all I'm going to say. It's not helping you guys. All right, so let's get a little advice from the wisdom of the Oracle. Yeah, look, you guys aren't getting along. One person feels left out. They don't know what to do. The other person, I mean, it's just like you're not even fixing things. So I think that's the problem. You've got to figure out how are we going to fix this. So you got to be real honest. You guys got to be real honest with yourselves, because here, well, I mean, one person wants to walk. Okay, one person's done. They're ready to go start a whole new life. One person. Okay, and you don't want to hear the truth of what's going on. This person still loves you, Aries. Look, it's still here. But you feel like they nag at you, they yell at you, everything is hard, and you don't want that anymore. So I feel as if you want this to mend, you guys need to have a real honest heart-to-heart conversation about the future of your life, your relationship, because you got to get, like, what was it? I did a sign in my quick draw. You got to get off of this hamster wheel. You got to get out of this cycle, because it's making you miserable. I mean, truly making you miserable. And you're not seeing what you need to do. You're just not seeing what you need to do, but you're not wanting to give it up either. So your person turns around and has to fight fire, because your person doesn't want to give it up either. The two of you love each other, okay? King, Queen of Wands. I mean, you're an equal match. But you've got to really listen to your person, because they want to help. They want to turn things around, But if you're in a state of constant, panic, anger, I mean, it's time to clean it all up. It's just really time to clean it up and take another direction. Really, take another direction. And you'll see things will start to happen. Because when you're not happy, it's that saying, if the wife, no happy wife, happy life. And I feel like that's what's running through here. It's like, we do not have a happy wife. We don't. The Queen of Wands was reversed. She is not happy. She is not happy. So I think you really need to start listening to what's being said to you, so that you can turn around and be happy. Sometimes we just don't want to hear what people are going to say to us. But this is a real karmic cycle that I feel you have to break. It can't, and it's very typical of an Aries. I mean, you go in head first and you're going to do it this way, and then now you're in the thick of it, and now what are you going to do? And I feel like that's what happened in this situation. And now there's all these threads that are binding you to this situation that's created so much pressure that you're exploding on each other. You especially, Aries. So I feel as if it's time to really accept the fact that there's things you're not going to be able to change. You can change things that you can. You know, this is karmic. I mean, this is a lesson you need to learn, especially if you want to build a solid foundation. You know, you can't, nothing will sustain itself if it's not based on a solid foundation. It doesn't matter what it is. You know, it will crumble. All right, so I feel like you guys have a solid foundation. I think it just got a little carried away. All right. Yeah, I like this. This card came out, peace. So it's just a matter of taking a breath, accepting what people are saying to you, even though you may not like what they're telling you. Because I feel as if you need to listen, because these people are trying to get you to stop and see that your explosive actions are not going to make anything change. If anything, it's only going to make it worse. All right, that was pretty intense, Aries. Let's get some final advice on this reading for all of you Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. King of Cups reversed. Are you dealing with like a water sign? Twice now I've seen this King reversed. So I feel like emotionally somebody's being really detached, or emotionally they're not on the same page with you. You know, and I feel like this brings up a lot of anger, because it's like this person doesn't get like the needs that you have, you know. So then here comes this Page of Swords. Well, all right, well then I feel like they shoot back. It's almost as if they know how to push your buttons, this person, this King of Cups. Yeah, and that gives you a lot of anxiety, because it's like you try and there's like no action with this person. So it's like this person, you know, whoever it is you're dealing with, Aries, and this could be a whole other Aries, I feel as if, you know, you get angry because they're not in it. They're not in it like you are. And then you guys can't talk to each other. And then it leaves everybody sleeping in different rooms. You know, I mean, it's just like nobody wants a relationship like that. Ace of Cups reversed. So I feel as if you can't get angry at somebody because emotionally you don't feel like they're connecting with you, okay? And, you know, to not talk to them and to shut down and to stomp off and slam the door and go in your own room, you know, that's not going to help either. You know, because it's this kind of thing, you know, this separation, you know, it's like when you get mad at each other, we separate. You know, but you got to learn how to come back together again. Because I just feel as if, you know, with this Ace of Cups reversed, that, you know, I mean, everybody's going to walk away. Everybody's going to lose. Do you know what I mean? Like, everybody's going to lose if you don't turn things around and calm down your temperament. Because I just get the feeling that, you know, anger management would probably be really good for you. Just saying. But you need to look, really look at what is it that does not make you happy. Because something's not making you happy, and that's why there's all this conflict between you and your person. All right, so open up, open up, open up. It will help you. You don't think it will, you know, but there's a lot of confusion, and this is where you're feeling weak. And I just feel like there's money involved, there's pressures, there's so many pressures. You have so much pressure, Aries. So much pressure. It's time to put it all to an end. Some of you actually might have back problems. Stress kind of settles in there, so some of you may have some back problems. So you've got to make a decision as to what Aries stays and what goes, because something has to change. You can't continue like this. So I feel as you have to look. Here's the Queen of Wands. You have to look at what it is that works in your relationship and what doesn't. Keep it balanced, keep it fair. I mean, this Queen of Swords, I mean, she's like willing to give it a shot. She's not wielding the sword at you. She's like, but, you know, listen, you know, this is what has to happen. We have to start cutting things out that don't work. You have to see what it is. Some of you, Aries, may actually be dealing with somebody who has another person on the side. 2 women. You know, this might be about 2 women. I don't know. You know the story. But it's funny with the tarot. I mean, you could, the messages can keep flooding and flooding, and they'll be all over the place. All right, anything else for our Aries? I hope that made sense. I mean, half the time, I don't even remember what I said. Yeah, I think you really got to look. Okay, Hermit reverse. This is your guidance spirit. This is your spirit. You know, it's like you are just not looking at what it is. I mean, again, it goes back to this card. It's like you don't want to hear it. You don't want to see it. You don't want to believe it. But you've got to change your attitude. Anger management. You know, your person is getting tired. And, you know, there is happiness. It's waiting for you, you know. But, you know, you got to relax. You got to relax. Let go of some of these pressures, okay? Let go of these pressures that don't make you happy. And, you know, there's things in life. I remember this friend of mine. She was really stressed for money. She had a big ranch and expenses were high. And, you know, she went around her yard and, you know, she found money, you know, in closets and things, and just started to get rid of it and turn things around. And I just feel like you need to, like, you know, change the way you look at things, and the things that you look at will change. All right, Aries? And I think that will be a great way for you to, like, change the energies. But you have to be willing to listen to what you don't want to hear, because it's what the people are telling you that is trying to help you, okay? So, good luck with that, Aries. I hope this resonated. If it did, great. And if it didn't, that's okay. I'll do a few more readings here. All right, we got, yeah, see, once you release some of these burdens, then stability enters your life. You know, you can feel that strength. So this ending, you know, it's time to put away all the hardship. Life doesn't have to be hard. Suffering is optional. All right, Aries, suffering is optional. All right, guys, that's it. So take what works, leave what doesn't. I hope this resonated. If it did, great. And if it didn't, that's okay. Take what works, leave what does not, and I'll see you at the next reading. Until then, bye now.